Hello, I'm Matt Gunn from thehouse.com, and this is a 2019 Rome Buckshot Snowboard. A really rad deck if you're a freestyle rider. I like the Buckshot because it seems to have a little bit wider of a platform. I have a size 11 boot, and I actually really like the overall shaping of the board. It's a freestyle deck. It's a true twin, of course. It's for basically anyone from beginners to advanced level riders. I think in the past I've said for like intermediate to advanced, but now it seems to be just a little bit softer than your average board, even though Rome rates it to be about a 6 on that 1 to 10 flex rating scale. I'd actually put it about a 4. But again, it's a true twin board, so the nose and tail are the exact same shape. So when you ride it this way or this way, it's going to feel the exact same. It has a centered stance, and that's perfect for anyone who likes to ride switch. What you see right away, though, is a cambered style profile shape. And I like camber because camber at high speeds is stable. When you want to ollie, it gives a higher ollie pop, and overall, it's a little bit more precise. You know how the board's going to react pretty much in every single condition. But again, that feel and flex rating of the board is a 4, but because of the additional laminates of carbon in it within the Biax fiberglass, the board actually seems to be just a little bit more lively than most boards that have a flex of about a 4, which is kind of cool. The Buckshot is a really well-known board. It's won a Goodwood Award in 2017 and 2018. A lot of people seem to really like this thing. Inside is a poplar wood core, tip to tail, rail to rail, and then there's that Biax fiberglass with additional carbon stringers, basically from tip to tail, to kind of give it a little bit more of a lively style feel. Other than that, there's really not too much to the board besides the glass impact plates. Now, this is a board that can really hold up to taking a beating. You know, if you look at Rome's team, a lot of them ride boards really hard. We have a local guy, of course, Brandon Kirkland, who tends to actually ride the Artifact, and I think he rides a little bit of this as well. But he thrashes on this thing, and it does feature what's called those glass impact plates. They actually make the board underneath where the bindings rest on the front and back foot about 2.5 times stronger. A lot of times when someone breaks their board, if they're not like gapping to flat or gapping to like a donkey or something, it's usually behind the front or back foot or on the lateral and medial sides of where your bindings rest. And that's why those impact plates are there. And they're kind of like interwoven into the Biax and carbon style stringers. And then there's actually rebound style sidewalls. The sidewalls in the Buckshot actually have this kind of elastomer style material that actually absorbs a little bit more impact. It's not as fragile when the temperature gets cold. Sometimes like an ABS style sidewall will actually like become brittle and kind of like break when it gets cold. That's not the case with the impact style sidewalls. And then kind of lastly, for all those jibbers out there who are really hard on their edges, these are impact style edges. And actually, they're just built a little bit stronger, and they're actually a little bit thicker. So if you're someone who cracks an edge a lot, you're not really going to have a problem with the Rome Buckshot. Surprisingly enough, the board has a sintered style base instead of an extruded base. A lot of like jib-oriented boards, like the Buckshot, will actually feature a extruded style base. This is sintered, so it's going to absorb lots of wax. So if you need speed, make sure to keep this thing waxed up throughout the season so it runs fast. And then lastly is those single glass impact or single glass barrels. They're called HotRod barrels on both the nose and the tail. That gives the nose and tail just a little bit more boost without making it too torsionally stiff. Again, there's carbon inside the deck. There's those glass barrels and then the impact plates. But again, it's about a feel and flex rating of a 4, but it's a little bit more reactive than what you'll normally find. Fun looking board. You can check it out at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Feel free to leave a comment or a question. Let me know what you think of the Buckshot. I actually really dig the graphic. It kind of, like the greenish color kind of reminds me of the Degenerati series that they did a few years back. And everyone over at Rome's rad. From Sully to Stillman, the whole team, they absolutely rip. So check this thing out. Hopefully I'll see you guys on snow. Subscribe to the channel over there. Check out more vids there. Hopefully see you around. Peace.